My name is Will Stacey. I'm the founder of Topwise Games and the creator of A Bad Day for Donuts. And today we're going to go over just a quick overview of how to play the game, how to set it up. So if you're ready, we'll get started. All right. So here we have all the different components that come with A Bad Day for Donuts. We first have our game board. It's modular. It comes in 12 different pieces for 2, 3, and 4 players to play. The rule book, we have your double-sided donut discs along with your donut life holders. I'll explain those later. We have our freshness cubes, 4 dice. We have our 4 kitchen areas, the cards, and then some quick reference cards as well. So let's go over the game. So during the game, we are all bakers. We bake donuts, send them out onto the board to fight other donuts to the death. And when you kill a donut, you get its baker points value, which can range from 0 to 3 points. Once you get 13 points or a baker's dozen, you win the game. So let's go over the components. First up we have is the game board. So for a basic 2-player game, you're just going to use these 4 components right here. They are modular again, so they just fit together like so. You take your kitchen pieces, choose which color you want to be. So we'll go with blue and yellow. Insert those into the kitchen slots. And there's your 2-player game. For a 3-player game, you want to get the 3rd player ring out. So there's 4 opponents to that. You want to make sure you match up. There's some markings for icing to help you match up where the pieces go. We have this guy that goes right here. You see the icing on this one. This one then fits in right here like so. I cut this with an X-Acto knife, so the manufacturer should make it a little more tight and concise. But all in all, there is your 3rd player game. Just pick again which colors you want to use and then insert them at the appropriate spots. If you want to play a 4-player game, you simply grab the 4-player ring, add it around. Again, just line up the icing markings. So let me find one that has an icing marking right there. That one works for this guy right here. Then the rest just fall right into place. Like so. We then get all 4 kitchen components, slide them into the kitchen slots. Might not be able to see the full board on this camera. That's all right. And there we have our 4-player game. We designed it so if it gets bumped, gets moved around, the whole board stays together. That's what this modular design was all about. I've gone ahead and prepared a 2-player game, and I've kind of progressed it into the game so you can see what the game board would look out as you play the game. What I'll do next is I'll go through the components as I go through a player's turn. So I'll do 2 turns so that we can see how the game flows. So we're going to go ahead and let green go first. First thing you do during your turn is you draw 2 donut cards. If you draw a Today's Special card, you're going to place that face up in front of you and put the required number of counters on there. The Today's Special cards, what they do is they give you competitive advantage during the game, either during the draw phase, the movement phase, or the attack phase. So we'll go ahead and draw another donut card. So we have 2 donuts in our hand, and we're going to choose which one we want to bake and which one we're going to discard. Each donut has a freshness value, a staleness value, and a baker points value. The freshness value is the donut's starting life. So you're going to take these cubes right here, these freshness cubes, place them on the cards like so, along with the double-sided donut disc and its matching donut life counter. The donut disc goes on the kitchen, the life counter goes on the card itself. So you're going to choose which one you want to bake. You have the freshness value again. The staleness value, what that is when the donut's life gets down to that number or below, you take the double-sided donut disc and you flip it from its white side to its black side to represent that it's stale. That makes it more identifiable on the board. So when people are looking at what donuts they want to attack or which donuts they need to retreat, they can easily tell without looking at the cards. So we're going to go ahead and bake this one right here. Put this one in the discard. Bring him back here. Grab his necessary cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's a big boy. Put the double-sided donut disc on the kitchen, put the matching donut life holder on the card, and the baking phase is done. Now for the movement phase. Grab 2 dice, roll. I rolled a 5, so I get to move all my donuts a total of 5 spots. I want to make sure I move the one off of the kitchen, otherwise I won't be able to bake another donut next turn. So there are a few rules when you're doing your movement. First rule is you can't move through a kitchen, so once your donut leaves a kitchen, it can't go back through that kitchen or an enemy's kitchen as well. Second rule is you can move through a space occupied by one of your donuts, but you can't stop there. You have to keep on moving. Third rule is when you enter a space occupied by an enemy donut, that instigates a fight, which will be then performed at the end of your movement phase. So the attack phase. So we have one attack pending. We can have multiple attacks pending depending on how you moved. 5 and 11, they are both fresh as denoted by the white side and not the black side. So during a fight, if your donut is fresh, you are allowed to roll 2 dice. If your donut is stale, the disadvantage is you only get to roll 1 dice. So when you're rolling 2 dice, you take the better of the 2 as your result. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. So wow. So the green team got 2 6s, so they're going to take one of those 6s as their result. The blue team got 1s, so that means 6 beats 1. You take the difference, which is 5, and that's how many life the losing donut loses. So in this instance, number 11 has 5 life left, so they just lost all their life and they were eliminated from the game. So what happens now is the green player is now awarded with this donut, so they can keep track of their baker points. And again, when you get to 13 baker points, or a baker's dozen, you win the game. So since blue 11 was eliminated, we're going to take this one token off the board, and it goes back into the blue player's stockpile to be used again. And that is the end of the green player's turn. So now we're going to go through one more turn, just in regular speed. So blue player draws 2 donut cards. I'm going to take the 10-5 over the 7-3, just because he's got more freshness. Discard the 7-3. Populate him. Choose a number. So I'm going to choose lucky number 7. Place the double-sided donut disc right there. Place the donut life holder on the card to match it up. And now I'm going to move. I rolled an 11. So 1, 2. Look at the board. Number 2 looks prime. And go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm back number 10 off a little bit, just so he's out of the way. And now I'm going to attack, perform the attack for 7 and 2. All right. So blue rolled a 6, green rolled a 1, difference of 5. Number 2 only has 3 left, so number 2 is eliminated and awarded to the blue player. But that's the basics of the game. Again, when you get to 13 baker points, you win the game.